Peace FM 104.3. Who to me take?
Yeah, Bramida Sena. Okay, then as my year can was a with a mumu priska munyes can so a court na mde kokom. Munyes can am de na court e kon en tokwa enwu ni is it, but no criminal. I think say the issue with royalties, you know, you a certain limit to it kakra. Say me use union for non-profitable venture. I think the expectation of financial, value a better so echo from kakra. I think say nan me refreshing my mind with the law on fair use, but I didn't get the time to do it. It's say sorry, which is seen as a non-profitable, non-governmental, institution. Now we are what say would the a tour quack or tour almost because they almost told you one share what's someone yet.
I think sir non can say me, but baby our name no quack to say be a patience nyako be pepe. You see, one before Ghana Music Rights Organization for best study. Say omo ba o la honum say omo ba Peace FM omo ba Himfa Nit FM omo ba be GHAMRO.
Yeah,
because they know say mramom ho kwan say so omo yesade no enti na omo ye no enti omo mu nyam from so bia and we have to understand see it me tiase and then same be honum a and patient nyako sabi minu abai because me come adwan akere na there we are wo ye nwumtuni.
why then?
You see, anyway, this is not about anyum to asemo. These are right owners. And we have to understand, say, you can't right owner. It is not necessarily nyum to ni. Do you know why you royalties? No? You have to ask yourself as nyum to ni, say, it seems to me, say, ono ankasa jumano on tias yet. Because why do they pay royalties? They pay royalties to right owners. And before you become a right owner, your author, composer, publisher, those things, songwriter, inti obia tronyum. Say won't tronyum untimi nkokwa asode nyum ya asode nyum. Say Pentecost for nyum, Pentecost for nyum. You can't go and claim Pentecost for nyum. And asode be nyum, press before nyum say ya nyum. You can't become the right owner of that song. If you are not the composer, you are not the author, you are not the songwriter, you are not the publisher. You can't. So if they say they are going to churches, and you get up, so we are right owner. I wouldn't say this is the work that they have to do. Then you get up. This is populist talk as a musician. You are talking to gain some people, but a lack of knowledge. Ejumana omo ye no omo nyam from so bia. And I also now so na mo so
kebi. Is she saying some more yam from so?
Churches alone.
I was so munya mo nka so more yam from so.
Oh, but
it doesn't also mean say
so the fact you see the fact say me say maybe you see me where tell me from so on cancel mo yam from so. No, when you say leave the churches alone, my interpretation is that omoti into they should leave them alone.
It's
that's
your interpretation.
Of course, don't I have right to put interpretation on it?
But so
don't try to like as if say me interpretation. I can't have that interpretation.
You can, but you can also make it seem as if said the all canon should necessarily agree with your interpretation.
Not agree. I'm saying she lacks the knowledge.
You can say that because of the organ, but me sure say when you daji church mu ya e bianka engongo sisa. But no krom onim say yes.
And we review a story at the house today.
Minim. And I was me yari na aduna. And I me person just say
you too, you lack the knowledge in the copyright.
I know, say me go court, me no mo go court. But no krom say bra, who say dem me sha say can say. You will no man nyina ho kwan yo. Ba nye nyina ne fatai. Hey, omo right somebody royalties for obi o use nyum bia. But emra no so no, e hwe ne yesan e ye bibia as fair use. Me check ask for enso me pacho mami ye one man we dia the mekanya be kwasem.
No, tell be I see and na Kofi Asemo tell be okasa be mo so ntiase. O say nyama bi o tell be aye ya ho. With you we are supposed to also help people to understand issues. Tie I to say asem bia metie yes your opinion bi aka. And you know opinion I read Director of Electoral Services. Okay, so I'm going to say emra organ asese emra. So okay, see I can say the emra na ye adwuma and your political parties in na e be go mu nyina. when you talk like that, metia, then it means that, and yeah, fine, obi obi na cocaine, we so obi cocaine, or the share bush, or the share mouth, the share community, into a chin no ye cocaine. Tell me and John, because or the share bush be or the share into who got chin on us, or then got to prison near ya. That person now watching no ye cocaine, wouldn't say no share bush, maybe on no ye breadwinner. Into chi now then got to sell no some near the other. Wouldn't say bush be on bet, and John no ye cocaine. Yes, so I'm saying this is right owners have to get their royalties.
Okay, it's my breaking it down.
Okay, breaking it down.
Me non-profit making organization. Me mekisika. Onyum na ye use no. Sika bi enfri mu ma. Mimi nyashi but me use onyum. Now person Jimmy royalty mpacho first can na free aba. No, me person me tias. I said me pe education.
Entina me say o lack the knowledge no. Emra no anka se. Emra ne say u use onipa akona dia. You pay. Emra na anka se unisika. If then we should go and put it in a
and emra krona so na me di kaka say onim sent no ye pone ho ba bi ne say e free bi fair use. Me pese ye be ko ho
fair use
ba me say ye pone ho kakra
fair use near den
and am say ye yo ba bi say e friend of fair use say emra o
what is fair use una dey
oh say wo be use a kwan paso a enkonko affect ni pa na ne dia no now so unya no ho advantage e wo twi mu na me dia bra ma me nya bote na me break ya di down kakra. Thank you very much. The American is sorry no uka se wo kwa charge you more for royalties unto mrao me say omuntu mrao but the ye can say sorry no wo kwa charge no ye careful because especially with your gospel musician na kaseti mami free omo most of these gospel musicians no sorry na titi omo number 1 mami wi answer no aba me so mami wi ye
no obe wi tie ma chao me say royalties no for right owners into you can gospel musician obi bet me a gospel musician but on your right owner because obi na tro nyom no man no only pa ko tro nyom no on the royalties are for right owners not for gospel musician obi o a musician but the new no your composer on the author on the songwriter on the publisher only pa no your publisher no he has nothing to do with your church. Ono na ejuma odidi hunu no. Inti publisher no has to earn his living or her living. I don't need some make country when you limit it to gospel musicians. Right owners might not necessarily be a gospel or be a right owner. Kwabna tronyum ama or hima mercy. Onye gospel musician. That be a kwamame. He becomes the composer. Inti if kwabna wants to take you saying that because Kwabna Trogov, the fact that Ohima Messi sang the song, she is not the composer, but royalties are for composers. Your Troy Nyomono. That is what I'm saying. I don't need
no argue you, but unza Mr. and wasum. It's in my dean and meet you, but where there Juana Mesanko say. I sorry na titi, Mr. Unza Mika say, and I'm say gospel musician na Casentino, Mami fan faho. Say, I sorry na dik a titi no number 1. Most of the gospel songs now, no. If you are sorry fee, number 2. I sorry na ye performing you more now, obeji be a right, no. I sorry no ye profit in free no so.
That's not true.
Number 3.
Most of the gospel sorry fee, that's not true. That's not correct. Except so was statistic evidence to back say most of the gospel if you are sorry fee.
Now gospel, pastor gospel ain't funny free.
See, most of the gospel songs you are sorry for. You can't say, what do you mean?
Gospel is the good news about Christ. Ain't funny preaching good news about Christ. I'm sorry for you.
Come on, sir.
It's Yanka say, Mammy sense to be Yanka say wrong, but they make can say, Omunye careful, Hono Kakra. Because a bit, dicey say, Waka sorry if you send me Beji royalties. Why? Because and comfort to Yaminyumwa. Forgetting say nyamenyum na mo to no entity any adini nyina no hwa no mo free composer kra kan ono kra no be disagree etina asem we baby a gospel musicians neba ebe kiki against it. This is not the first time I say we aba ebe san baby gospel musicians be san kiki against it. That's how it is. If I try to say we are den on be kiki against because they know say omo fie no aha na ɔmo didi ne ho kyerɛ na ɛhɔ ne yɛhwɛ no ɛhɔ nso so ne yɛsan so ɛtwerɛ nnwom no most of it saa ayi Methodist hymn Presbyterian hymn na meto no Prempeh College bebree nyanye asɔre fie ne free amo yɛ renditions of it no they don't even pay they don't even charge them eti no me say yɛwɔ nɔɔma nyinaa ho kwan na mmom ɛnyɛ ne nyinaa ne fata yɛn me da ase.
Peace FM 104.3 Would you mean